Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be talking about Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1 predictions. Season 1 will start in July 18th, but we saw a very short trailer of what this show is actually going to be about. We learned it's going to be set in 1991, which is very important, kind of sets the stage of who should be alive and how all these characters are going to be, who we might see. And we found out the stories about what? A man and his mama. Have we not seen?
Child and his mama?
He's a young man. He will grow up to be a man. But okay, so teenager and his mama. Can we do that? Mm-hmm. So we got young Kanan and Raquel Thomas is his mother. And apparently nothing comes between a mother and her son. That's what I got out of this trailer. And I said, where have we seen this before?
Every Black Hood movie ever?
We could go that far. I would suggest Tommy and Kate, Tariq and Tasha. Monet has a husband, but right now his said husband is in prison. So it's really Monet and Kane. Mm-hmm. So and then we talk about City on the Hill. What? Yeah, I was surprised too. And as we looked at, for some reason, Stacey's background said them is coming for us. Oh shit.
It's coming for me.
Oh shit, she's surprised. With this focus on Raquel Thomas in the trailer, it kind of made sense that the title of the series is Raising Kanan, because I guess it's going to be her raising her son to be the man who could murder his best friend, kill his own son. Actually, that's what I was thinking. How does Raquel raise a son who would one day have no problem shooting his own kid in the head and just walking away? And how do we get there? And I think that's also the story. Like, what turns Kanan into a kid who's happy-go-lucky but still selling drugs, I guess, to the selfless murderer that he will be. And how long is it going to take for him to get there? But yeah, are you excited about the news? Did the trailer give you something like, oh shit, I want to watch this?
Yeah, nothing.
Damn. I was more concerned with the timeline. Like, when is this taking place? And how does it relate to book 1, right? So 1991, we know that by 1996, said Kanan and Breeze are going to meet up with a Tommy Egan and a James St. Patrick, and they're going to be a drug crew. But what happens in those 5 years? Like, how do we get there, right? So also with Kanan and his crew, I would imagine they should be selling crack. I mean, it's the 90s, it's New York. I would suggest that crack dealing should be on the table as opposed to cocaine. What do you think?
Yes, unless he's getting the cocaine to cook crack.
Also true. But for them just to be slinging crack, like cocaine all over the place, kind of defeats the purpose of supposedly crack is a more affordable version of poor Black people who couldn't afford cocaine, as we watched in the documentary. And then therefore crack was a more cost-effective way of getting drugs from point A to point B. But they might want.
What did he say that he was selling? Because he said it was something wrapped in aluminum foil or something.
It was a small amount of cocaine wrapped in aluminum foil. Fat Boys is what he called it when he was talking to Tariq. So it'd be interesting if the writers actually go back to book 1 to bring those kind of details into the show. So what we want to know is, where's Ghost and Tommy ultimately? I mean, I think we're all kind of watching the show, kind of hoping we get a little glimpse of young Ghost and Tommy.
I already said she's not going to do that.
She said it's not going to be the hello, James and Tommy. I'm Kanan and this is Breeze. Let's start selling drugs. Like, that's what it's not going to be. But Ghost and Tommy are 11 years old, respectively, in 1991. They are in the same neighborhood. It makes no sense that we're not even going to see two teenagers running around, one black, one white, black folks trying to figure out what the white boy's doing there. Their redhead mama comes up looking for drugs from the Thomases. And, you know, something like that to at least acknowledge that they exist in the Power universe. I mean, it would be bad fan service not to put a little bit of that in there. Also, we got to think about, so if this show is all about showing Kanan's love for his mother or their tight relationship, why wasn't said mother even mentioned in the entire book one at all? Neither him nor Jukebox made any reference to mama, okay, or uncles in the sense of, besides that Jukebox got kicked out of her house by her dad, but that's it. So, and then when Kanan got out of jail, he made one reference to, I need to go see my mom. And like, it was never actually addressed beyond that. But I do remember him saying something like that. So I was like, is she dead? Is she in prison? In a drug dealer's old folks home? Huh? What? Don't look at me like that. It's possible.
No, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
I would say
his mother died when he was young, I guess.
Oh.
And I feel like this is loosely based on Get Rich or Die Trying.
So he's gonna get shot 5 times and keep it moving?
But why not? Why not?
I think that's what happened to actually 50 Cent. I think he got shot, right? So this could be that, right? But I think by the end of this series, he kills said mama and takes over the business. I think they want that kind of Tariq how it's supposed to go, and be like, this is what you got to do to get to the top. Like sometimes you got to move out the competition, and sometimes that's your mama. I still think both uncles got to get murdered by somebody. Clearly, I mean, it will only be Jukebox. If this show, and I said this when they first announced this prequel, for this to be consistent to book one, his entire family has to be killed except for Jukebox. That's the only way it makes any sense.
See one of the uncles killing the mom and then him killing the uncle.
All right. Let's go there. And so it has to be something like that. He can't. This show. What is the end game with this show? Like, how far is it going to go? So it can only go to about 1995 to so Courtney doesn't have to have that Ghost and Tommy origin story that she don't want. Where's Breeze at? I would like to see Breeze in this at some point, since they're so tight that they're and Kanan worked for Breeze. So I guess we're trying to figure out under book one, and then it's like that would be nice to see his character in this. Also in 1991. So with the music of Black Sheep, I was like, they're really gonna try to make this 90s, right? They're gonna try to ground us into the time frame, right? And with Kanan doing the initial narration, is that what the show's gonna be? Is it gonna be him talking us through his life? Like, that might get annoying.
Yeah.
From heaven?
I bet you're wondering how I got here. And it'll start with him behind bars, and then it'll flashback.
So it's gonna start when he was actually alive in prison. Like, maybe he meets Dre. This is not gonna happen, but maybe he meets Dre in prison, and after he saves Dre from being raped or something, I don't know. Then he's like, "Hey." Dre's like, "Who are you, Mr. Kanan? Like, how did you become this dude?" And he's like, "Sit down, son. Let me tell you a story." Maybe that's how. I mean, I don't know. Like, how we get there? That's possible.
As they're playing chess, he's reliving his past.
And we learn we get to see how he learned, who taught him chess. Maybe that was his mom. Maybe that's why he still plays. It reminds him of her. But anyway, 1991. So anyway, I asked my family, like, what Black stuff happened in 1991 that they might stick into this show to make it real, to keep it grounded. So Jordan. So Jordan led the Bulls to their first championship against the Lakers in 1991. I can see that being in this show, I want to say. Also, we had Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson got arrested for rape in 1991. That might be in this show. The Rodney King beating happened in 1991. That will definitely be in this show because at some point the cops are going to get involved. Police brutality will certainly be addressed in this season. Therefore, they're going to have to bring up the Rodney King beating. The riots happened in 1992. So that may be season 2. The Anita Hill trial happened in 1991. I doubt that happens. I don't think Kanan is worried about sexual harassment for Clarence Thomas.
Maybe he's drinking a Coke and he sees a pubic hair and there's a reference or something.
At the time, I was like, "Who's Long Dong Silver? Like, why am I hearing about this shit?" Now we got the internet. I'm gonna search for that now. I forgot of all these years. I forgot to figure. I wanted to see Long Dong Silver. Apparently, Clarence Thomas was a fan of. Did you remember that? So part of the pubic hair. So Anita Hill said that Clarence Thomas would make reference to a porn star named Long Dong Silver. And anyway. You gotta look it up. You gotta look it up. So while Stacey's looking up Long Don, we also got the Gulf War, which ended in February. It was January to February 1991. But since this show is set like in the summer, usually power shows are set in the summer, right? You could get veterans coming from the Gulf War, not be able to find a job, looking to drug dealing to make money. That could be a thing. So what's up? Did you find them?
There's no pictures.
But does he really exist? Is he a black porn star? I just feel like he is with a name like that.
It says he's British, and he's probably what?
Oh man, that's really disappointing. Damn, Clarence Thomas. I'm saying, you think Clarence Thomas is a black man? At least we trying to, use black references when we're trying to sexually harass a black woman. Anyway, Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was also. Huh?
It's not real.
He's not real?
Well, his penis, allegedly. I don't know. Let me get off this.
His penis is not real, but he's a real person.
I just saw an article that says his penis was fake. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll research it later.
Okay, never mind. Because Stacey, she looking at big penises. My point is that Jeffrey Dahmer, all right, Jeffrey Dahmer also got arrested. Now he's West Coast, all right, but he got arrested in Washington after one of his victims ran out and ran to some cops, and then they walked the victim back to said fucking murderer. But ultimately he got found out. If you don't know, he ultimately got convicted of kidnapping, dismembering, and almost eating 7 men. A lot of them black. He had a taste for black meat, for the record. So that might be a thing in 1991. So again, there's a lot of things. Depending how long this show goes, if they make it to 1995, not 1996, you got the OJ trial, which happened in 95. The Bronco chase was in 1994. So that's some real black shit. So they could inject all these different things into the series as it goes on to give it some type of context. I mean, I would suggest.
Tupac go to jail.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, when did Tupac go to jail?
It was 96.
Oh, too late.
95, 96. Huh? 95, 96.
All right, so they could mention it. They could mention it. So it'd be interesting again how they're gonna put the show together. How far is it gonna go? How does Kanan turn into who we know him to be? So I'm excited. I'm excited about the show. What things you think would you like to see in this show? Any characters? Oh, Sean. Sean was born in 1995. So we could see the last few seasons Kanan trying to be a single father, teenage. Well, no, he has a baby mama, so it'd be like a teenage father. I don't know how Kanan old is. Is he supposed to be like 16, I guess, right now? He's probably about 16, maybe 17. He's still in high school. but he needs to be old enough to, sell drugs and stuff. So I'm thinking about 15, 16.
You mean old enough?
Like, I mean, they can't have a sympathetic character of like if he's like 12 and 13, like selling drugs. And as you pointed out, he has to be old enough to like mentor Ghost and Tommy. So I thought he was in his 20s in the 90s. That's what I thought. But for him to be like a late teen, I guess, because he's supposed to teach Ghost and Tommy how to chop up a body. Who teaches him how to chop up a body? Like, we need to see these specific things. Jukebox wasn't in the trailer. Huh?
I'm sure his family did. It's a family business.
I see where you're going with that. So it'd be interesting. That needs to happen. We didn't see Jukebox. I kind of wanted to see Jukebox in the trailer. Again, since she's the only character that we actually know from book one, it would have been nice to see her somewhere in the trailer. But they really want to make it about Raquel. So I'm sure obviously most of the stuff is going to be about her. She's like the center of the family. She's the lead earner for the family. Everybody kind of works for her, which means, yeah, Kanan is probably going to kill her. I'm gonna put that. But I like your one brother kills her, then he kills the brother, and then he's in charge.
When have we seen a black man kill his mom?
That's true. It's I can't tell right now. I can't think of any like realistic. Usually they working for their mom. Where's his daddy? I'm just gonna. Where the hell is Kanan's daddy?
Dead or in jail.
They need to acknowledge this. Like, is he dead or in jail? Maybe he died in jail. I mean, I don't know, but they need to just acknowledge that. So I'm not sitting here wondering. That's just me. Anything else for season one? Any surprises or characters you would like to see in season one? No. Are you excited about season one?
Who's the connect?
As long as it connects.
Who's the connect?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe it's Lobos's family. Maybe it's the Serbs.
The Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Russians,
That's a good question. Are we gonna
get Italians?
Oh man, let's not do that. Maybe this is not gonna happen. I want to see Kate. I want to see a younger redheaded Kate pawning his. Oh, that would be good. Maybe that's how he got arrested. Fucking around with them. That's why he hates black folks. Fucking around with Kanan's family. That's how he ended up in jail. I want to see Kate. I want to see Kate pawning her mom's ring for some drugs to tie it back to Tommy's story. That he was like, Mom was always pawning this ring, and she always got it out, but I want to give it to you, Holly. Like, I think it'd be nice, just like a little something, because I'm sure you're not gonna see any of that in Tommy's spinoff. So this is the only opportunity to see that. Are we gonna see a young Angie and Paz running around for no reason? Like, that's possibly something. So Ghost said that he met Angie basically around 1994. So that won't be this year. So in 2014, he told Tommy, I've known Angie for 20 years. So I was like, so they could, so you maybe later seasons, you could see Angie run around with Poppy, trying to chase Tom, James St. Patrick away. You might see Paz in the neighborhood. That might be a thing. But as the show progresses, I mean, they need to expand, at least show some of the book one characters. Even though it's not going to be focused on them. I mean, I would suggest. But anyway, anything else for the season? All right, guys, that is it. What do you think? What do you want to see in book one, in book three, season one? Are you excited for it? I've never liked prequels. Movies or TV shows, I always think that at some point they fuck up the original because they want to make a new story, right? They want to tell you something that's interesting. And if you put any kind of thought behind it, it doesn't make sense with the original. And they already did it. Giving Kanan this big ass family, okay? And the fact that somehow all of these people go away, that somehow it's only Kanan, Breeze, Ghost, and Tommy, right? And then somehow they lay the foundation for the RSKs and blah, 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 blah. And then they have a rival drug dealing organization that they're fighting against. I'm like, where were all these people in book one? Right. So they have a story to meet up with. They have an ending, and they need to stay within the boundaries, or I'm gonna be like, this is some bullshit, because nowadays making up some stuff. Not that it's not all made up, obviously, but I'm like, be consistent. Be consistent. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Anyway, all right, that's it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like on the video, comment on the video, share the video. Again, let us know what predictions you got for book 3. Are you more excited about book 4? I think all of us are just really waiting to see Tommy in his own book. The Tommy that we know, not that bullshit in Power Book 2 season finale, because that was that bullshit Tommy. I want the original Tommy. All right. But anyway, we'll see how that goes, and we will see you again.